Yo yo yo, it's a really early morning and today we're gonna release this video. I hope so, if not so good evening. Okay, battles have dramatically changed from the previous titles in the series thanks to the new feature, storming the castle. With the areas around the castles now turning into battlefields, scrimshaws evolve into the storming in the castle and quarters, with the players battling to take control of the castle. Player will also be able to utilize siege battles with the troops in order to invade the enemy base, taking advantage of sledge weapons while giving instructions to troops during the battle. Once players break through all enemy gates, they will enter a decisive battle and they can claim victory after defeating the commander. Through all the enemy officers will rejoin the battle for one last fierce resistance. Players will have to chains to defeat the captured them. Another element that will greatly influence the battle with the secret plans selected in the battle preparation phase will now be activated as the mission during the battles, with each secret plan having more its own conditions for successful and failure. Once the succeed conditions are fulfilled, favorable effects on allies will be inactivated, including captures surrounding bases, defeat the messengers, escort the engineers, and more. Each battle is highlighted by offense and defense, certaining on how to activate the secret plan, providing a highly strategic battle experience. Conversely, enemies can also perform secret plans by preventing the enemy's secret plans. Players will gain an advantage in battle. Army and flank will also play a key role in DW9 Empires, with each officer's unit have a military unit type assigned to them as the new officer characteristics. All three units will have their strengths and weaknesses, like infantry, archer, cavalry, infantry. When a unit fights against opponents at an advantage, more damage can be given and the damage can be reduced. However, when a unit fights against opponents under disadvantages, the situation will be reserved. In addition, each military unit has its special effects. Infantry can attack siege weapons more effectively, cavalry can use more damage to enemy headquarters, and archer can perform long-range attacks, obviously, right? It's one of the defeat an enemy through the sheer force, quite in order to defeat them through political manipulation and intrigue. Koei Tecmo develop Omega Force relevant even more details behind the political curtain of Dynasty Warriors 9 The Empire, a strategic battle experience poised to deliver action both on the battlefield and in the war room, as the players vie for control of the ancient China. Dynasty Warriors 9 adds tactical elements to the 1 vs 1000 action of Koei Tecmo revived Dynasty Warrior series, enabling gamers to use politics system to their advantage in order to achieve greatness throughout their quest to conquer the map. In order to strengthen the military through the use of politics, players will be able to execute domestic affairs commands in order to procure the resources necessary for the battle, such as gold, food, and troops. Player will also be able to recruit and hire new officers conducting political commands, stealing valuable officers like Zhang He from a rival kingdom. Different DW8 empires, however, is the fact that only officers from the player assigned to certain town can participate in an invasion battle from a defensive battle at town. Therefore, it will be more effective to recruit as many officers as possible in order to gain an advantage. Earning the trust of these officers is very vitally important. When the players have earned the trust officers will propose a variety of secret plans while players are preparing for the battle. If players use the secret plan and officers suggest, they can further increase the trust of that officer. This trust plays off on battlefield, as typically during the battle, players can only give orders directly to the officers who are in lower rank. However, if they have earned enough trust, players can give orders to officers who are higher in rank. Ally officers will also conduct commands. If players execute the same command on an officer, they can activate a coordination bonus. The higher the trust, the greater the effect, and especially conversation can be activated. In addition, a new strategic element, territory stroll, has been implemented, enabling players to explore China while at the same time deepening relations with the officers. By interacting with the officers, players will be able to earn their trust, seeing a different side of each character through interactions that include dining and fulfilling special requests. Player will also be able to recruit unfilmed officers during the strolls, and they are especially unaffiliated officers that can be recruited only after the player has taken a stroll. While strolling, players will even be able to take photos in the familiar Dynasty Warriors 9 photo mode, allowing fans to designate everything from the camera angles and time of the day. The weather is every breathing shot. Adding to the high-rated look of the characters throughout photo mode and beyond its ability to layer armor on the top of clothing in the characters edition. Previously, armor and clothes were one set and there was separate information on clothes. However, in Dynasty Warriors 9, Empire's armor can be replaced on top of clothes, meaning that in the battle officers will wear armor, but depending on the setting, armor can be removed and informational clothes can be seen in such events as a strong or probably a wedding. Aside from the battle, the political intrigue and domestic system popular to the Empire series will also be included. Following the Kingdom Code, set once every half year, the kingdom a player belongs to strives to unify China. Each month, players will be able to give commands to search for new officers to join the kingdom, purchase ores and items, execute a variety of military, economic and diplomatic commands depending on the player's position. So, while Koei Tecmo has spent over 2 decades now pumping out the new entire Dynasty Warriors series, among other well-established franchises like DW9 or Altalia games, some games may starting to feel like games are in desperate need of a reboot. While it won't seem, it's definitely a marker of the Dynasty Warriors games and spin-offs. The gameplay involved has not seen many drastic changes throughout the years, with many new installments presenting upgraded graphics, new storylines and minor changes to mechanics and gameplay. It may not be enough to keep many fans engaged for much longer. Slot for the release on February 15, 2022 in North America and Europe, Dynasty Warriors 9 will give players the chance to decide for themselves if the developer's slight improvements to the series' newest installments enough to keep them coming back for more. Thank you for watching. Bye.